Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we gonna check out top 5 best Nikon zoom lens. Starting at number 5. Nikon FS NIKKOR 70-200mm. The 70-200mm f2.8 is a staple for many professionals. It's great for everything from portraits to outdoor photography. And Nikon outdid itself with the recent 70-200mm f2.8e. We loved the older G version, but they managed to improve a whole lot of things on the E. It's even sharper, lighter, focuses better and closer, and has a more modern feel with handy features like 4 memory focus buttons. All things considered, we think it's the most impressive FX lens Nikon has released in years. As we mentioned above, this is a lens built for professionals and enthusiasts, and there are reasonable alternatives. The Nikon 70-200mm f4 has the same focal length range, weighs over 20 ounces less, and costs roughly half as much. There's also the 70-200mm f2.8 from Tamron, which gets you the same fast maximum aperture at the sacrifice of some overall performance and build quality. However, we can't help but love the creamy bokeh and incredibly crisp images produced by the Nikon f2.8e. For those who prioritize image quality over all else, it's a must-have telephoto lens for FX. For more information and latest price, check out the product links in description underneath the video. At number 4. Nikon FS NIKKOR 14-24mm. For professionals and discerning enthusiasts, the 14-24mm f2.8 is Nikon's top wide-angle zoom. It's exceptionally sharp, autofocus is fast and accurate, and the f2.8 maximum aperture is impressive for a lens of this type. In addition, we love the focal length range. Many camera manufacturers go for a 16-35mm as their top wide-angle zoom, which doesn't go as wide as this Nikon, and has crossover with the 24-70mm f2.8, our top pick. If the cost and weight of the Nikon 14-24mm f2.8 are too much for you to swallow, not to mention this lens is now over a decade old and counting. There are some interesting alternatives below. The Nikon 16-35mm f4 is slower in terms of aperture, but costs and weighs significantly less. If you have a need for speed, the Sigma 14-24mm hits that sought-after f2.8 and is a nice value at around $1,200. And the Nikon 20mm f1.8 is an interesting prime option that is the lightest and least expensive of the bunch. But none can match the optical performance or build quality of the Nikon 14-24mm f2.8, which remains the cream of the wide-angle crop. Halfway of my listed number 3. Sigma 35mm f1.4 Art DG HSM. Third-party lenses come and go, but few have true staying power for the most discerning of photographers. Sigma's Art series is an exception, offering ultra-fast prime lenses that can go head-to-head with just about anything that Nikon makes. In this case, we like the Sigma 35mm f1.4 more than Nikon's 35mm f1.4, which costs nearly and isn't markedly better in terms of performance. You can opt for the Nikon 35mm f1.8 below, but we jump at the opportunity to shoot at f1.4 whenever possible, especially if you use at this focal length frequently. Similar to other third-party lenses used on Nikon camera bodies, autofocus can be an annoyance with the Sigma 35mm f1.4. A number of users have reported focus inaccuracies out of the box that require calibration either manually or via Sigma's USB lens calibration dock. And despite the impressive build quality, this lens is heavy for a prime at 2 pounds. But if 35mm is your focal length, we highly recommend giving Sigma's Art series a serious look. Coming in at number 2. Nikon FS FX NIKKOR 50mm. For just about any type of photography or camera, a quality 50mm lens makes a whole lot of sense. And the 50mm f1.4G happens to be one of Nikon's top prime lenses. It's sharp, performs extremely well in low light, has fast and accurate autofocus in most circumstances, and impressive bokeh. Compared to other f1.4 prime lenses like the Sigma 50mm Art, the Nikon is cheaper and lighter at less than 10 ounces. At around, it's a no-brainer in our book. What are the shortcomings of this lens? It has some barrel distortion that can be noticeable when shooting straight lines, which is an uncommon trait on NIKKOR primes. And there is a decent amount of plastic in the build, which on the flip side, does help keep cost and weight down. But these are small gripes about an otherwise outstanding lens, which can do everything from portraits to travel and street photography. For those looking to save, Nikon's 50mm f1.8G below is slower in terms of aperture, but less than half the price. We love the speed of the f1.4 and the unique photos that it can produce, but both are excellent lenses. And number 1. Nikon FS-FX NIKKOR.FOR, a super versatile FX lens that produces professional-grade images. The 24-70mm f2.8e is one of the most popular options in Nikon's full-frame lineup. It's extremely sharp across its zoom range, focuses quickly and accurately, and has minimal distortion. We also like the sturdy metal build, which adds weight to the lens, but makes you feel like you will own it for many years to come. For everything from travel photography to portraits, the 24-70mm f2.8 can replace a handful of specialty prime lenses without much of a drop-off in image quality. For background, there has been much discussion over which Nikon 24-70mm f2.8 version is best. The older G version of this lens originally was released in 2007 and is known for being tack sharp, particularly in the center of the image. The newer E version was released in 2015, including all-important vibration reduction and improved sharpness around the edges. Some people, however, have argued that there was a slight drop in center sharpness on the E, not to mention it's heavier and more expensive. We think both are excellent lenses, and the choice probably should come down to whether or not you want VR. For more information and latest price, check out the product links in description underneath the video. Thank you for watching this video. Hope you found it helpful. Please remember to leave a like and subscribe to my channel. If you have any question, you can leave a comment below